Good morning, everyone. How are you today? My name is Teniecka, and you are watching It Takes Courage to Leave. You are watching on the SisterTribeTV handle, and our message is to tell our stories one woman at a time, one friend, one village, one nation, one continent at a time. And today I'm going to be talking about challenges. So we're going to do this in two parts. Part one, we're going to talk about the negatives of when you are leaving and considering leaving a domestically violent situation and all the negatives that go with that. Then the next episode we'll be doing part two, okay, and that will be the positive. So today's part one, and we are talking about all the different challenges that we might have. So the first thing I want to present to you is when you're in a toxic situation and you are considering leaving, there are choices and decisions you're going to have to make because there are always different reasons why you would like to stay, and also there are also other reasons why you should go. So, this is what I'm going to present to you. Here are the negatives, and we have to take those into consideration because there's a lot that you stand to lose when you are leaving, but you also will gain a lot. So we're going to focus on the negatives because it's just better to put out what you can expect or what you can expect when you're first going out to go and just explain what's going on. So I am going to talk to you guys for a minute about negatives. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is jeopardizing your career. If you are in a relationship and you have just sent yourself, I don't know, you went and got a good career. Like for myself, I went and got a great career, but because of domestic violence, I had to leave that career. So that was a negative. That was a negative. So, what happens when all of those things happen to you? Do you go and run? Do you get scared and hide? You can, but ultimately your life is very valuable. It's very important. It's very important. So not only that, you jeopardize your employment. So the second thing that some of us do not want to hear, but it can happen. It's not going to happen to everyone, but it does pose a challenge, and that is one of the reasons why I'm creating an organization. But you are in jeopardy of becoming homeless. Now, homelessness can appear in many different forms, whether that is homeless on the street, homeless because you're in your family's place, or you're living in a transitional housing, or you're living in a shelter. You are essentially homeless because now your home is no longer yours and it has been taken away, and you have lost it by no fault of your own, but you still have to consider your safety and what is best for you. And so I would like to just put a little spin on some of the negatives. Although those negative things happen, it is true that they will. You also have to be mindful that there are positives. There are positives to everything negative. And because these are material things, they will come back. They will take longer to come back, but they will in fact come back. So there's a couple other challenges that I wanted to discuss. Children. If you have children, you have to relocate, or you have to take them out of a school, or you have to change where they live. So you cause instability for them, and then they are having to go through all these myriads of different feelings, different attitudes, just so much. And it's not to say that you could prevent it, because sometimes you can, but when the husband or significant other, whomever it may be, even if it's a wife, already knows when the children are going to school, you have to be proactive and you have to protect your kids. So that would be another challenge that exists when you leave a toxic relationship, because those are the negatives. Those aren't really positive things. So then you also become the talk of your family, perhaps, because your family might be the ones that say, hey, we told you this person was a bad person. We warned you, but you did not listen. So, you get that backlash too, perhaps, but It's all good and well. It's all fine. You still have to just keep moving on. So I wanted to say that even though these are negative challenges, do you know that in the grand scheme of things, God is on your side? God is on your side. He's there for you. He's going to bless and protect you. And I'm not going to be preachy. I just want to say and encourage someone that even when you're going through challenges and it gets hard and it gets dark and it gets lonely, there is someone in the midst of all you're going through. And I'm speaking to those who are going to hear me even via replay. To all my beautiful replay viewers, I'm speaking to you as well. You are so worthy of being treated with dignity and respect. All the negatives that you will come against, if you have to change your phone number, change your cell phone company, block this and block that. You have to go to court. There's another negative. You'll have to go to court. You'll have to be in court, in and out of court, in and out of court, just doing all these paperwork, trying to get yourself to find some help. You try to get help, you get knocked down, you try to get help, and it's just a vicious cycle, but you can't give up. You have to keep pushing forward. You have to keep pushing forward. So every day, do something for yourself. I know we spoke back in a few episodes about self-care. Do something for yourself, because it's through these challenges, especially, that we have to really take time for ourselves and don't get caught up in all of the next thing that you're doing and the next move you have to do and trying to counteract everything. You really have to just keep in mind that you're doing this for a reason. And even if you have been knocked down a few times, you have to get back up, dust yourself off, and do it again. Okay? So you have to do it again. So I wanted to say that, excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Oh, goodness. God is not done with us. He's not done. I'm gonna have to move you guys. So we're gonna be a little mobile today. I need to go get some water. God is not done with us. Okay? He's not done. And the challenges that we face, there's a reason for them. It's not because you can't do it alone. It's not because you're foolish. It's none of those things, okay? What it is you standing up for yourself and actually saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm done taking these type of abuse from this person. I've been doing this for a long time, and now it's time for me to stand up for myself. And that's what you have to do. You have to stand up for yourself. And standing up for yourself is not just always walking away. Sometimes your fight is a bigger fight in court, and that's where you get your power. So I just wanted to be encouraging to you today that even though the challenges do exist, you're not done. It's not over. It's difficult and challenging, but it's not over. It's not over at all, not by a long shot. And after you have done all you can do, you go ahead and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for everything. Thank you for waking me up this morning to a day that wasn't promised. And, I would like to tell and share something with you guys. I was looking up eagles, and I thought to myself, there was only one kind of eagle. And I did not know that. But there are about 59 to 60 different eagles. Did you know that? Different eagles. And I'm going to share some of the different types of eagles, because this is going to come back to domestic violence. A sea eagle, which is one of what America knows as a bald eagle, is considered a sea eagle. So there's different categories of eagles. So the bald eagle is considered a sea eagle. Then there are snake eagles. There are booted eagles, and snake eagles will take their snakes into the sky, and then they'll do what they have to do. Then there are harpy eagles, and they're in the rainforest, and they're very big. And then they have fish eagles, and there's one that's called the African fish eagle. It's skillful at fishing, but it's very vulnerable. So why did I speak about those different types of eagles? Because you need to soar with eagles. Eagles soar with each other. And because you're in domestic violence, this is how it plays back. Every situation in domestic violence is different, but every single person that comes up and rises above it is an eagle. Now, what each eagle has for their lesson can be a testament to those in that area. So for me, I would be one that would be advocating for women and children, veterans, and some other different individuals. And I would be considered an eagle to those certain people. There would probably be another person that would come alongside of me and say, well, I didn't have the problem of domestic violence with a husband per se, but I had domestic violence against a family member to me. I was like, oh, okay. So that person would be touching a different area of domestic violence, but still, we are all in the same boat, but we're all touching different areas. So there might be another one that touches those who are dating. They're not even married. It has nothing to do with family, but they're dating. So they are an eagle to those set of people. So what I'm saying to everyone today is, although you're going through challenges, you're not going through challenges because you want to go through them. You're going through challenges to help yourself, and it's going to help somebody else. You're going to touch somebody else's life. You're going to share and impart to them the knowledge and experience that you have learned, that you have come out of in order to benefit and help them. So I just wanted to say that even though there are so much negatives that we have to go through, the negatives that you go through are just a side effect of what you're coming out of. So you're coming out of it, so you have to finish up the job. You left, now it's time to finish up. So we have to go back, even if we have to go back to court one more time again to fight the good fight. You keep on going because you're doing this for a purpose. Excuse me. And your purpose is to fulfill your freedom and your courageousness that you already left, but you're now going to go into, let me finish this. Let me finish what I started, because you're not yet done. So don't give up. Don't get weary. Don't get tired. If you don't feel like going to court on a certain day, put it for a different week, but go back. Go back and finish what you need to do. Go and handle the situation. Put it where it needs to go. Go and find the organizations you need to go and bring them in, and you will feel better because you have accomplished what you set out to do. Your mission has been accomplished. And then and only then will you get to see the joys and fruits of your labor, and it was not all in vain. All the work that you put in, all the time you spent, all those late hours at night filling out these long documents of 20 to 30 pages, all the different types of people asking for social security cards over and over and over again, and birth certificates over and over and over again, till you are just plumb tired of hearing them ask the same thing. Not the same organization, but the same thing over and over and over. So as I'm going to just keep on reminding you, keep on encouraging you that domestic violence has a whole lot to it. It has a whole lot to it. It is not just someone hitting you and that's that. The psychological ramifications and all the different entities and different kinds of quirks and different types of subtleties that go into domestic violence are very real. And sometimes there's a spirit behind them, and you just get caught up in trying to do your best to keep your family together. I know for me, I was trying to do my best to keep my family together. I didn't want my children coming from a broken home. That was not my wish. I knew deep down that I did not want my kids to be another statistic. Another black woman failed another marriage and she is a statistic. Another woman, another black woman with 4 kids divorced from domestic violence. I will not be a statistic. What I will be is a person who is proactively seeking to fix a mistake that was made because I rushed into something too soon and I ignored the signs that I was not aware of. I ignored the signs. And that's why I'm doing these broadcasts. It is very important to be knowledgeable. Knowledge is power. But if you don't know, you can't protect yourself. And if you're not aware, you do not know what to look for. So the challenges exist when you leave a toxic situation, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not. There are going to be so many different things that you can do, and there's going to be so many different ways that you can help someone else. So if you do come across someone who's going through what you have gone through, give them encouragement. Tell them how you got over. Tell them how you overcame. Share with them everything that you did to get over, and you will see that that will mean so much to them. People can relate to a person who's gone through something they've gone through. It's very hard to speak to someone who's not relatable. Have you guys ever had that? Where someone would try to tell you how something is, but they've never been through it. They've only heard about it. They've never experienced it. It's so much different when you get someone who's experienced what you've gone through. And even if they haven't experienced the same, they can understand. They can hear you. They realize what you're going through. And isn't that what we all would like? Someone to just acknowledge what I'm going through. Tell me what I'm going through. What am I going through? Acknowledge me. Acknowledge my pain. I'm hurting. Sometimes we want to give people a quick fix. Well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And you need to do X and you need to do this. But you know what? You can't always do that. You can't always say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do X today. I can't always do that. And neither can you. You can't always do that. You can't always do that. So I'm going to tell you right now that the challenges exist, but that's okay. Because you will get through it. And by the time you get through it and look from where you came from to the point you are today, right now, you have come a long way. So do not get downhearted. Do not feel saddened that your home or what you thought you would have for eternity, you were married and you thought you would be married forever and grow old with this person, but you find out that person is unsafe and you cannot grow old with that person. That is not the person you wish to now spend your life with. So now you have to contemplate, oh no, divorce. Divorce. I have to contemplate divorce. Nobody would wish to get married just so they can get a divorce. We don't do that. Some of us little girls, when we're young, I don't know if the young men do it, but when we're little girls, we fantasize about, when I get married, I'm going to wear this dress and I'm going to have these flowers at my wedding and my girlfriend's going to be the bridesmaid and I'm going to have this and I'm going to have this big cake. We fantasize so much about how that day will be and how we will feel because we're going to marry the man of our dreams. And we're going to walk down that beautiful aisle with our dress and our veil as we look towards where the preacher is. And the husband standing right there, waiting for you to come down that aisle in your beautiful white gown and say your vows. That's what we dream of. So when it happens that we are adults and we get to the realization and the reality that fantasy, that dream we dreamt of walking down the aisle, For some, it is a fairy tale and it happens. For others, it is a nightmare and we must deal with the repercussions of the choice we chose with the mate we selected, thinking with our heart and our mind that that was the right person. But it wasn't. Sometimes we can have people that come into our lives that look one way, but they are truly something else. So I say all that to say this. You are an eagle. You need to rise above your situation, negatives or positives. Your health, your wealth, and your life depend on you making the best choice for your future self and your children. So do not let the challenges bother you. Do not let just life drag you down, because it's so easy to do. It's so easy to think, Lord, I married this man. I would never thought I would be raped by the man that is my husband. I never thought that I would be fighting the man I love. I never thought I would be getting upset with the man I love, so much so it comes to blows. I never thought I would be the man who, not man, but the woman with the man who bloodied up my lip and had a lip gushing down my shirt. I never thought I would be the woman with a man who would throw stuff at you. I never thought those things. But these are the real challenges we face. We feel we're in love. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. I'm in love with this man. I'm going to do everything I can to please him. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to cook, clean, wash, purchase things, buy things, do whatever I have. Whatever I have is his. Whatever I can give is his. Not knowing that the man was using you. Not knowing that he was just taking your strength, depleting your gorgeous spirit, just robbing you, not just physically and spiritually and monetary, but just robbing your very essence. How do we do that? How do we let someone do that? How do we let someone do that? Is that not a thief in the night that comes to kill, steal, and destroy? Stole something from you weren't even aware of. But it's okay. It's okay. Because we are overcomers and we're going to rise above the situation. You rise above your situation. You don't have to sink to the person's level to try and get back at them, because then you just become like that person. You don't want to do that. You want to be mindful and cognizant of what you're doing. So be strategic and go out there and do the work. Focus on what you have to do. Go and finish your goal. Excuse me. And continue on. Continue on. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work. Yes, you're going to have to say, yes, you're going to have to fight. Yes, you're going to have to go back and forth. Yes. Breathe out. Yes, you will. Yes, you'll have to fight. Yes, you will. But don't give up. The last thing you need to do is give up. Keep your head up. Chin up. If you need to cry, cry, but wipe those tears away. Wipe them away. Because you're going to rise above your situation. And you'll be okay. You'll be an eagle and you'll be soaring in the sky over your problems. You'll be soaring in the sky over all the mess. So today, my wish for you is that whatever challenge you are facing, whether it is homelessness, whether it is losing a career, whether it is the fight of going back and forth to court or a custody battle, or whatever that might be, do not get tired. You're almost there. Just keep pushing a little more until you finally get that goal and you're finished. Don't give up. You're almost there. Rise above the negative challenges and you will get to that goal you have set for yourself. I am included in this, telling myself the same thing, that I will rise above these challenges. I will rise above. So I'm getting closer to a close. So I'm just going to leave you guys this beautiful analogy. Women are beautiful creatures. They have a tendency to adapt to situations. And they adapt so much that sometimes they absorb more than they can handle. But you are a survivor, an overcomer, a conqueror, a victor. You have that all, and you are super strong. Man, if you're on here by the replay, you are a gentleman, because the woman that might be being the aggressor towards you, you have not laid your hand on her. You have done what you need to do. Now it is time for you to be the true man and let her go. Let her go on her way, because you cannot be the one to sit there while she goes and uses your gentlemanly ways to attack you. So I encourage men and women that this is not just about giving in. This is a power struggle. It's a power struggle, but you are not going to be controlled anymore. You are going to rise above your situations. We are all going to overcome and go through this domestic violence and get through it together. So I just want to encourage you today that no matter what you're going through, life is not over. It may be difficult and challenging, but life is not over, not by a long shot. So my request to you is take some time today for yourself. Be encouraged. Don't get sad. Just go back on a day when you can and will have the time to go to court if you need to, and do and take the necessary steps needed. If you're in transition, know that transition will be done soon and very soon. I want you guys to stay blessed, stay motivated, and be inspired today by whatever the Lord has laid on your heart. Life is not over. We are here for but a little bit, so let's make the best of it. Let's keep pushing on, and do not get tired. You are an eagle. You rise above your situation, and negative challenges will come, but you are an overcomer. So I say this to you because you are blessed beyond measure, and you are worthy of dignity, respect, and you're also worthy of freedom. So be free, enjoy your day, and may I see you back again on the next Monday, where it takes courage to leave any toxic situation. Catch Kasika tonight at 8 Central, where she comes to you with the real talk here on Sister Tribe. Be blessed and take care. Bye-bye.